I'm trying to be mad at you. I can't get mad at you. So I can just break out and smile when I think about the us in all of it. Hi, welcome back to Now TV Canada. I'm your host, Jen, and I'm just Jen, aka Future Productions. So, I'm trying to be mad at Tom Welling. He's a very difficult person to be angry with. It's pretty hard when you're a pretty nice person and you don't do things deliberately to upset the apple cart, and you don't know it's happened, and you know that if he does know all the details, that he's just gonna automatically do what's right because that's Tom Welling. You just say, I'm sorry, and then you're like, okay, and it's all better. So anyways, that aside, it's not all better. I still have problems. I have less than $8 to my name in spite of being the richest woman in Canada with the most amount of movie work available to give Canada the most amount of money and work they can possibly have. But all my GoFundMes and every other effort of publicity, even going to the Toronto Star in person, CTV News in person in Toronto, Winnipeg and other places, LA Times, New York Times, all of it, no one would talk about my movies or talk about me. No one would support or pitch in Angel Gift. Nobody would help restore the van, the Superwoman van. And that's the complication, because when I went to see Tom in Toronto 6 years ago, I was living in my van, going to school, becoming a peer support specialist in Toronto, working multiple security jobs to make enough money to get by and to also be able to take my mom and daughter to the Comic-Con at the convention center. And I spent all my money for that event so I could finally land him in person so we could take our first photo op together. And I was trying to figure out what we could say to each other, what could be done privately in 60 seconds, since nobody else in the room knew what the heck was going on when we were finally meeting. Up to this point, he did know about me, and he did see a lot of my posts coming in on his timeline feed, on all of my Instagram accounts that would go into his Instagram account, because he's just had the one the whole time, and also on his public Facebook page where people could post stuff, which he doesn't read anymore or go to for obvious complications. So I put down a copy of the black and white cover of the Smallville reunion movie right then on a table a few seconds away from where we were standing where the picture was taken. But the room was full of people whose eyes are all on us, because I'm standing there next to him in my Superwoman t-shirt, my personal design of my Superwoman symbol, which goes to the twins, the fraternal twins storyline. Now, because I'm the writer of all these characters, of course, I have the option of playing a role of any of my characters. And when it comes to the Smallville reunion movie, it's really tough because I'm really close to the Superwoman character and really close to Janet, the other new lead character. So it's been hard on me to figure out which one to play. In spite of that, I had like 39 pages ready to go when I went and saw him, and my goal, my wish at the beginning had been to have the co-stars from the Smallville show and writers sit down with me and work it out so we could finish it together, since they were the ones that made the whole show and everybody was in the show until the end of the show. Now I'm just a viewer, somebody who writes and watches films and stuff randomly. So of course I could never have possibly watched the entire 10th season of the show because I'm busy trying to pursue my own career, living up to my own value. But that didn't happen. I guess he didn't see that piece of paper go on the table in front of him, or didn't look down at it long enough to register that it was the cover of the Smallville reunion movie and the work I had done at that point. I don't remember actually what I said. I just know it wasn't much. We didn't have much time. And whatever I said, he looks at me and he smiles and he says one word for his first word to me, for a man that talks a lot when he tours around the world going everywhere else. He says, gotcha. So I thought, okay, you get me. I'm the Jennifer on the Facebook. I'm the Jennifer on the Instagram. I'm the Jennifer on the Twitters. I'm the Jennifer promoting herself on, all kinds of social media stuff. I think maybe he might have, but I don't think he knew the desperation of my situation. I was renting a room at the YMCA here in Ottawa that had issues with cockroaches and stuff. And I was always having issues with landing on my own personal security contract to travel one-on-one with the client. And without a vehicle, that makes it even harder. And the van got vandalized and there was no charges ever laid. And the point is, I had mom and pop shots, damaged the vehicle, and just one thing after another, bad to me. And I'm a nice person. I'm great to people. I'm kind. I do what I can. And still, it doesn't stop coming at me. Haters will hate, right? Dishonest people will be what it is. If it's not happening for them, if they're not the ones getting the break, then why should other people get it before them? So I'm not into that. I like to give, so I'm going to continue to give. Nonetheless, I left. I'm going to make a confession here. As I left and I turned away, something impulsively happened I didn't even think about until after I left. But when I left that photo op area with my picture with Tom, I turned around and I took my hand and I blew him a kiss. And I don't know where my brain was at. I don't know where it was on or off in that second that it happened. And I didn't realize I had done that until I had left the area and walked away. And then somewhere behind me, as I was leaving, the back of my head goes, oh my God, did you just blow Tom Welling a kiss? Did you just do that? And I have no idea where the impulse to do that came from. Maybe it was from Demi Moore in the picture she did recently, some sort of go for luck, that maybe the Smallville reunion movie would be able to get made and Tom would reprise his role as Clark Kent and become Superman, Kal-El from Krypton. Either way, it didn't work out. 6 years later, the movie has been done. I did it during COVID in the YMCA where those cockroaches were. I did leave my van. I did come back here. I do have that first op with us. I'm not paying to take pictures with him again because he's playing a character created by Canadians where most of the movies were shot and where the TV show was made. Most of the cast and everybody was hired from our country. So it's our money and it shouldn't be money from our country leaving in American pockets for them to go and build and parade themselves in their careers in other countries as if they have the bragging rights to everything. They don't. So I've made a really, really tough decision. I don't want to do this, but here it is. Up to this point, I've only read some of the work of all these movies. I haven't read all of it and shared all of it, but I have decided I'm going to go through sections of all of the Supergirl and I'm going to read it out like video 1, video 2 till the whole trilogy of the Supergirl 2, 3, and 4 is read. I will do it probably at the Vancouver Library where they have special rooms where you can have like green light and pictures in the background. Try to make it fun. And then I will record everything via the recording studios and try to get that up on Audible. I will record all of the Smallville Reunion Book 1 while I'm proofreading and editing Book 2 this year. So far, I'm proud to say I've never leaked one single line of one single paragraph of one single page of the Smallville Reunion Book 2. And if I can hold my tongue, I will continue to keep Book 2 a secret. I will also complete the task of finishing the recording of You've Got Mail 2, technically called Another Story with Kathleen Kelly and Joe Fox. Plus, I have a new upcoming episode of Let's Talk About Tom Welling, because there's other stuff I want to talk about Tom Welling. So keep your eyes peeled for that, and keep your on look for appropriate video recordings of all the work coming up this year, where everybody will be able to sit and watch and listen to all of the movie work, even if I'm not getting paid by YouTube, because eventually YouTube will realize their apology and I will get cut a check and things will work itself out. But once it gets up on Audible and I finish editing and putting it up on ebook, then people will have purchase options. And of course, they can always go to my website. So it's futureproductionsonline.com. You can go there, do pre-orders of the stuff that's there. Send your headshots and resume and $20 registration fee, resume, sound bites, and other things about your skills, portfolio-wise, and register with me. And just know that Future Productions does accept unsolicited material. I don't have this rule that ruins the world and its industry by saying, oh, if you don't have a representation, then you're nobody, you're nothing, and we can't look at you, can't speak, we can't breathe, and we can't read your work, because I don't do that. I'm humble, I'm real, and you're welcome to send your material to me. And if it's really good and people like what they see when they come to see your profiles, you will get work. Okay, so I've said my thing. Peace out from Now TV Canada. Here at Gatineau, I'm going to walk Myra, going to Winterlude during the day with the sun up. It's last day, so I'm going to try to go see some of that stuff running around. Peace out, everybody. futureproductionsonline.com. Go there. Order your stuff now. Peace out. Bye. Superwoman signing out. Bye, guys.